So how do you know if a film is being made well? Because now that Shari's done her rant, it's like, well, great, Shari, but I'm just starting out and I'm doing the best I can. I can't worry about all that. Well, just stop for a minute and go watch some great films. Ask people. Ask people, what are your top 10 films that every filmmaker should watch? That's number one. Go ahead and see what great film looks like, not just CGI. CGI is great and wonderful, and certainly you can look at that if you want to make films like that, but also see what basic filmmaking is. Take a look. Take a look and think, what do I actually want my film to look like? How can I create that on a small budget? There are ways around things if you just put your thinking cap on and ask around and ask people, how did you do it? How did you manage to make something and make it look good? Did you use lighting in post? Did you use a combination of lighting on set and then also in post? Did you use Barbie dolls to make your film? I made a film recently that actually has a few scenes with little dolls in it, in stop motion animation. There's ways to do it creatively on a lower budget and not discount the art form. No one's going to take you seriously as a filmmaker if you discount the art form. And I get you don't have a lot of money. Somebody posted on Facebook, is it okay to make a film with an iPhone? And my answer is, yeah, sure. You can. You can go out and shoot with your iPhone, but you do need good sound. You need to figure out how you're going to record sound better. And because the sound on an iPhone is not always amazing. I mean, if you're indoors and the phone is close enough up, you can get away with it. There's a lot of apps. There's something called Filmmaker Pro. I've used that help the quality of your footage. But then you have to be creative in post with the way you apply effects and lighting to create something interesting. Otherwise, you just look like a person running around with an iPhone and not a filmmaker. So you have to put it in somewhere. You have to find a way to create it somewhere. But you can shoot with a phone and good sound equipment and a computer. You can make it work, but you have to make that effort. It's like when people do it this half-ass, well, my actors are wonderful. It's like, well, but do you want to watch that film? Like when you look at it, are you like, wow, this is really great? Do you actually think that? If you're constantly apologizing and, well, I didn't have the money, so, but my actors, my characters are really great, then you have crap. Because you're excusing everything else. So stop and think, what can I do with this footage to make it better? There's a lot of things you can do in Adobe Premiere. You can do with Max and Red Giant plugins. There's a lot of stuff you can do and be creative. And if you're not an editor, maybe you need to learn. Maybe you need to learn if you can't afford to hire someone who does all that kind of work, right? Like, learn to do it. Otherwise, do something else. Do something else. Write. Be a writer. Writers are amazing people. Oh my God. Like, why are you doing this if you're phoning it in and making excuses?